Today I'm 39, and the war took me, my period of life, from 19th to 23. So you have people who just missed their part of life. You have people who were kids at the time. 4 years after, it's kind of hard to get back in normal life. It's just kind of weird.
In 1995, Bosnia and Herzegovina, the heart-shaped land, was in ruins. The 3-year war caused over 100,000 deaths and created over 2 million refugees. This bitter conflict, fought between 3 ethnic groups, left deep scars on the people and the nation as a whole. For those who lived through the war, their lives and their futures were forever changed.
The situation is much better than when you imagine the war, but it's not good enough. And people are hurt. They don't trust anyone.
Bosnia and Herzegovina lies in the southern Balkan region, between Serbia, Croatia, and Montenegro. The country emerged after the separation of Yugoslavia in the early 1990s, which resulted in 6 new republics and 2 new provinces. Since its establishment, Bosnia and Herzegovina has been a multi-ethnic nation. Within its borders are Bosniaks, descendants of the Ottoman Empire, Croats who hail from neighboring Croatia, and Serbs from the nearby Serbia. Each ethnic group is traditionally associated with a distinct religious tradition. For Bosniaks, Islam; Croats, Catholicism; and Serbs, Eastern Orthodox Christianity. Although this rule does not apply to every Bosniak, Croat, and Serb, these deeply rooted religious traditions are still apparent in the country today. Following World War II, these 3 groups coexisted within Yugoslavia with relatively little tension. With the rise of ethnic nationalism in the early 90s, strains between ethnic communities escalated and eventually led to full-out war.
I have to find a way how to live again normally, because during the war the only thing you would think, how to stay alive. Are your family okay? Are your friends okay? Is there anything to eat? That's the primarily things. Just be safe, stay alive, and eat something. That's it. 4 years after, it's kind of hard to get back in normal life.
Today, Bosnia and Herzegovina is struggling to redefine itself as a nation and a people. In January of 2012, Extending the Link traveled to Bosnia and Herzegovina to find out how Bosnians are addressing these challenges. How do you piece together a country that was torn apart? How do you negotiate ethnic barriers that had not long ago defined your identity? How do you rebuild? We follow the stories of young adults and discover that they had a vision for their futures and the future of their country. They recognize that taking action will assist their country to move forward.
If we bring people together, especially young people, if we bring them together, give them a mutual task to do, or give them the same goal, they will find a way to have fun, they will find a way to become friends, they will find a way to argue, to discuss things. But actually eventually they will realize, come on, we are the same people. It doesn't matter what somebody else taught me, in this last year's period.
Nonprofit organizations established following the war now offer the youth opportunities to make these changes. Sanja Germanovic, a College of St. Benedict alumna, is the development manager of Nešto Vice, or Something More in Bosnian. Nešto Vice was founded in 1997 and focuses on creating volunteer opportunities for young people around the country.
Why we exist is to try to provide chances to other people and groups and organizations to find their place in the society of Bosnia and Herzegovina, to get educated formally and informally, to get connected, to work together, to share optimism and do positive things here in this country. The main thing we were doing, get people mobile, give them a chance to get together, to have time together, give people, provide them some resources that they can do the projects they are passionate about in their local communities, you know, and they do miracles.
Tarek Kovac lives in Vareš, a small town an hour outside of the capital, Sarajevo. He works with Project IKS, part of a larger NGO from Sarajevo, called Narko Ne, which promotes youth activism.
I want to help to my society here. I want to be a part of the people who will make something to this town, because this town is dead, almost dead. Before the war, here were living more than 20,000 people. Now there is only about 5,000 people living here, and that is actually sad. And the youth that exists here is not interested. The most of them, they are not interested in making projects with the others. And we are trying to solve that problem, and I think we are making that well. Every year we make project called IKS, Intercultural Creative Weeks, with students from Switzerland and high school students from Vareš, here in Vareš, and Vitez. That project is really useful here for us, because we always get an experience in intercultural dialogue with the others, and we have to cooperate with the others. We cannot work together, you know. We have 3 nations here and many other people that we have to work with them. It's not possible to work alone here.
Not only have the difficulties of advocating change and promoting peace been addressed by NGOs within the nation, but the United States Embassy also sees the need of working with the youth to overcome these challenges.
Youth need to become more active and, as I say, communicate with each other, network, and understand that they can make a difference. They can change things here. And certainly there are youth leaders who understand that and are trying to engage and bring more people to be active in their communities. They don't have to change the whole country, they can just change their own community and start small, but it has a pyramiding effect. After a few hours, they learn that they have a lot in common. They're talking about music, about Facebook, about the range of issues that young people are concerned about. And they very quickly learn that they have more in common than what divides them. And this sort of activity is something we need to multiply and stimulate and ensure that it just keeps spreading throughout the country.
I think that because I see on the TV, I see how my colleagues and how the volunteers and how the other students from my country, how they think about everything. And I know that they think quite the same as I think.
70 miles northwest of Vareš in the city of Banja Luka, Alex and Sasa hope to initiate change by first building relationships with their peers. They volunteer with an organization called Perpetuum Mobile, whose name is a reference to a self-propelled machine that continuously moves forward. Perpetuum Mobile connects young people and promotes engagement in the community.
Mission of this organization is to promote some kind of healthy lifestyles, to try to involve young people to do something, to not be passive in our community, just to try to change something, to change the things that are bothering them in our society, and that is the thing that we are trying to do.
I think that common problems for the youth are the same, you know, and youth young people can easily understand each other when they are talking about, I don't know, drug abuse, gender-based violence, sex abuse or something. So just for understanding, I think that young people can be easier understood by peers or something.
Role models are very important, and we also identify young people in their 20s and 30s who are leaders in their career fields and in their communities. They're very, very important in ensuring that younger people, younger students know what can be done and what is possible if they work at it and if they are committed to making sure that there is change in the country.
Despite the emergence of new organizations, there are still many challenges facing those looking to promote tolerance and peace in the country. Perpetual Mobile recognizes the importance of peer interaction and coordinates educational programs that appeal to young people in the community.
That is why we have some team building activities. They are not interested in educational workshops, okay, but can you go with us to the paintball, and after that when you meet the project, meet the people from project, they say, oh my god, I can go to that educational workshop just to see what it's all about. So it's very tricky, you know, and you have to be first like friend of them, and it's really a 24/7 job. When you establish that friendship, that is really hard to release that friendship, you know, and that relation, that also the connection with the organization and the people from organization. We usually say that we are here in office like one big family, you know.
It's like your heart is this big because you're showing them off. It's like, okay, what's the problem? There are Croats here, there are Bosniaks here, and it does matter because they feel it like it's okay, it's my national identity. But what is the thing? We're working together to organize something for our city that will not only have a great conference, people from all around the world here, but that will spread the word that Mostar is a beautiful regional center and that has a lot more to show.
Martina Ragus is studying law at the University of Mostar and is the project manager for the organization called Mostamun, which coordinates the Model United Nations Conference every year.
The mission of Mostamun can be really related to the thing that people are trying to inspire others and the people are trying to change things, especially in this city, and that people are trying to not only organize a great conference, not only to solve problems through Model of United Nations system, to see the problems from different kind of view, and we have a right to participate, and we have a right and obligation to participate in the development of it. So as a student, what can I do? I can participate in organizing a conference that will bring, you know, people from both universities working together, participating.
There are still youth out there who are influenced by adults who continue to have nationalistic ideas in the country, who continue to promote division rather than integration. And so they do face challenges.
In 2010, the unemployment rate in Bosnia and Herzegovina was estimated at 43%. Today, young people still find little prospect in the country. Instability in the private sector and a struggling government prompt many to either leave or give up hope. Organizations like Nesto Vice are working to change this mentality.
We should talk about volunteering more, you know, because, you know, if you explain to people what kind of chances you get, you know, by volunteering, you can learn, you can meet new people. You know, after volunteering, you can find a job easier, or you can volunteer somewhere and then show yourself, you know, that, you know, you are worthy. I don't think young people have enough opportunities to really realize what volunteering means or what volunteering could be. You know, so you have people who say, "What? Volunteering? I don't want to work for nothing. You know, it's somebody is using me." You know, you just have people who doesn't really know, you know, what is going on or what the point of volunteering is.
Young people would do, maybe they would participate in our projects, but they don't know how. And we are trying to change that by making our presentations, making all the stuffs we make more interesting to them, just to keep them closer to us.
You can't promise, oh, you know, everything will be perfect, you know, in 15 days. No, it won't be. So, you know, that's, I think the most effective thing is, you know, offer someone something and give him or her a chance to use it. But it's still up to me if I'm going to use the chance. Small steps. If you do something, you make a result and then you see it, you're going to be proud of it, and then you are ready for the next step. Next step is always a little bit bigger.
Programs and organizations like Nesto Vice, Project IKS, Perpetuum Mobile, and Mostaman offer opportunities for the youth of Bosnia and Herzegovina to get involved, to voice their concerns, and to instigate change in their communities. But at the heart of it all is the youth themselves, believing that they can make a difference, no matter how small. They get connected, they work together. They are moving forward to unite the country under a common belief that things can be better.
It's all based on small projects that pyramid and can have a broader effect. It's the ink spot spreading. And we've seen this have a dramatic effect in other places in the world as well. And it can have an effect here.
I'm not a politician, I cannot make any decisions, but I can show them with my own example that with my own bare 10 hands and without any great paycheck, I can do something good for my city. And this is like your changing state of mind. Slowly, but definitely does.
Oh yeah, yes, definitely. I don't want to lose my optimism. Sometimes it's hard, but you know, if you are not optimistic, it's like you are giving up or something. So no, I have a lot of optimism. There is many wonderful people around, smart people, and working together we can change things. You know, each of us can offer something, you know, do something for betterness of this country.
There's so many things that need to be done in this country, and the youth are there, they're willing, and with these special leaders, they can make a big difference.
Cultural differences, whether they be religious, ethnic, racial, or social, are powerful tools. History shows us that they can be used to divide, to isolate, to spread hatred and violence. But they also have the ability to spread understanding, open doors to something new, and promote peace. Young people in Bosnia and Herzegovina are taking up this challenge of turning what divided them into something that makes them even stronger, to create a community of mutual understanding regardless of ethnic background.
I'm always optimistic, and the philosophy of our organization is also optimistic, so we'll work and make some changes.
When the youth, when they get the positions in and functions where they can change the situation will get better. The youth will make this country better.
I'll be here trying to help my country as a citizen of it, no matter whether I'm Croat, I'm a Catholic, never mind, I'm a citizen of my country, and I'm trying to work with other people, with other inspired, beautiful people who are living here in our country. No matter our nationality, they all love this country. We're going to try to work on it as much as we can. I'm an optimist. Woo!